Paulie Malignaggi versus Antonio Mascatiello. Apologies if I've pronounced that incorrectly to any Italian viewers. Easy win for Paulie Malignaggi. He showed that at this level, sort of European level, he's still a class above. And class is kind of the word that sums up his performance here. You know, it wasn't the most electrifying power punching display. It wasn't a street fight. It wasn't a barroom brawl. This was vintage Paulie Malignaggi. Starts the fight as you expect, moving, dancing around the ring, establishing that jab, and pretty much boxing the opponent's head off. I mean, Mascatiello was the bigger man. He seemed strong. He seemed very tough. But Paulie Malignaggi made him look very one-paced and one-dimensional. You know, Mascatiello was coming forward. He was trying to throw big punches, and he was probably the harder puncher of the two in there. You know, but Paulie was able to really box rings around him. One of the things that I really liked about Paulie Malignaggi's performance is he looked so cool, calm and collected at all times. Even when the big punches were coming back his way, you know, he was able to evade them very calmly. He was very smart on the inside. There were times his back was against the ropes and he was wheeling and throwing an uppercut on the inside, and he was just showing that experience and that class and that roundedness, you know, that even though he's an outside boxer who tends to move and fight on the back foot, he can still handle himself defensively on the inside. You know, he was slippery, he was wheeling, he was throwing an inside uppercut, he was throwing a check hook, which I quite like to see. I guess the other thing to to talk about in this fight, I thought the bending and the leaning of Malignaggi, to someone new to boxing or to someone learning how to box, I thought that was a class example. You know, the amount of times he was able to get low, bend at the waist, change up the angles, and make his opponent look very inaccurate and one-dimensional compared to him, I thought was really impressive. And for me, that was the class of Malignaggi. You know, the opponent wasn't anything special, but we know Malignaggi still got it at this level. He's probably just shy of top class, and I've just watched the post-fight interview with Malignaggi, and you know, he kind of recognises, I think, that these days his performances are just a bit shy of that top 10 in the world. He said that even though he was winning comfortably, he struggled to get through the rounds. You know, it was hard for him to get up for it. And you've got to wonder how much really there is left for Paulie Malignaggi. I initially worried that Eddie Hearn was going to match him up with Kell Brook. Based on that post-fight interview, that does seem less likely. So I don't know what Malignaggi's boxing for these days. Obviously, he doesn't like making weight. He doesn't seem to overly enjoy the later ends of the fights. And he's got a lot going on outside the ring. You know, likeable guy, charismatic. He's got other career lines, as we know about. But nevertheless, still a talent and still someone who, as a pure boxing fan, is a joy to watch. Let me know your thoughts on this fight. How did you see it? Many thanks for watching.